Hello everyone, welcome to Fresh Life Now. So glad you could come by on this Sunday afternoon. I've been making a lot of fried green tomatoes, a lot of different ways. And so today I'm going to show you my worldwide famous fried green tomatoes that I make. You can choose to use all the ingredients or you can leave some out, but this is what I like to do. First, you've got to get a perfect green tomato, and this is a green tomato that I really like, and it's about 1/4 inch thick. We've gone ahead, for the sake of time, we've gone ahead and sliced them up. We've got our farm fresh eggs that we got this morning, and we're going to go ahead and scramble some of those up. Real easy to do. This is our egg wash. We're just going to dip the tomatoes in the egg wash so that way that the ingredients will stick to the eggs. And now we're going to start the world famous blend that I like to use. I like to cover all the regions because I love all my fresh lifers. So we're going to start here with the basics. I like to put in 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. That's for the Midwest because they like to fry everything like fried chicken. So we're going to go ahead and put that in the bowl. Then we're going to take some cornmeal for the South because my friends in the South like the cornmeal. So we're going to go ahead and dump that in. And then, because I'm Spanish and I like Europe, I'm going to throw in some Italian breadcrumbs. So we've got some Italian breadcrumbs. And for the Spanish flavor in me, I'm going to throw in a little paprika just for color and add a little spice. It's Spanish paprika. You can find it at any spice shop. Then we also have just a little garlic, granulated garlic for flavor. And I like to put that in as well. And now my new favorite secret ingredient is Japanese breadcrumbs. They call them panko. And they just make it real nice and crunchy. So I go ahead and add that in. Then I like to take my whisk and go ahead and whisk everything together. Make sure you get it all nice and blend it together because you don't want just one flavor or one thing. You want it all mixed and blended together. So that's what we're doing. We've already started heating our oil over here because before you start cooking these, you want to make sure that your oil is hot so that you get it evenly golden brown. And it also saves on your cooking time and it keeps the breading on the fried green tomatoes instead of falling apart in the pan. So we're going to take our first tomato here and we're going to go ahead and put it in the egg wash, and we're just going to give it a little bath, flip it over a couple times. Dunk it right into the breading. Throw the breading on top of it. I like to have 3 or 4 of them ready before I go ahead and throw them in the frying pan. That way you can go ahead and get started with the meal instead of waiting. You have at least 1 or 2 servings started, especially if you're serving these for an appetizer, which I love to serve them as an appetizer or a late night snack or even as a main course. It's just really up to you. It's a great vegetarian dinner if you don't want to have anything else. It's real refreshing in the summer. It's not too heavy, but yet it fills you up because of the breading. So it's economical as well. These are some of our own tomatoes that we grew here on the farm. And we also grew them from our seeds that you can get at FreshLifeNow.com. Next season, now that you'll see how wonderful these will turn out, you'll just want to get your own tomatoes and cook them up because they have a sweet and sour taste, something that is just like nothing else. It kind of reminds you of a squash, but yet it's just a little more sour, but not so sour that it's tart. It's just slightly tart, but it won't make you flutter like you're having a lemon or something. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse my hands off here. And I hope you ladies are happy that I kept my promise that we're going to go ahead and make these fried green tomatoes. So we're going to go ahead and put them in. Be careful when you're putting them in. You don't want to get burned. And if you got a little side that's dry, just go ahead and dip it and give it another dunk. Won't hurt it at all. See, the oil's nice and hot. They're getting golden brown already. We've got 4 of these bad boys in here, but my family always wants more, so I'm going to keep on fitting in as many as I can in this biggest iron skillet that I got. I prefer an iron skillet, but that's just me. I'm a little old-fashioned, and it just seems when cooking Southern food, you've got to have an iron skillet. So we got another one in there. It goes very fast. I also recommend that you get yourself a pair of tongs. I would not know how to cook if I did not have tongs. They come in handy. They're a blessing, and they keep you from burning your fingers. So I'm just going to go ahead and push this one over here. Rinse my hands again. As you can see, they're already browning up, and the gentleman filming today is Courtney, and we just want to welcome Courtney on the team. He's part of Fresh Life now, too. So he's giving us a hand because we had to give Reggie a day off. So, for those of you missing Reggie, sorry. So we're going to go ahead and flip this first one over, see how nice and golden brown it is already. Because we had the grease, the grease was already heated up to 375 degrees so that they would cook nice and brown and even. I wish you could smell it. They still haven't showed me how we can get smell-o-vision, but I am working on it. So we've got our first one done here. We're going to go ahead and plate it up. Let the excess oil run off. They're not the healthiest of meals, but they sure are tasty, and they'll always remind you of summertime. And we're just so glad that you all stopped by. And we're going to plate these up. And I might even take a quick bite. Look at that, nice and golden brown. And we've only been cooking here for a couple of minutes, and we've already got a nice appetizer going. You could also make a dipping sauce with it if you want. I don't think that you need it, but you could. I also like to put sea salt on top of my tomatoes, but my husband has moved the sea salt, so I'm not sure where it's at, so we're just going to skip the sea salt for right now. He's probably got them in the other room with him. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one up over here, just so that you can see I love them. Plus it gives me a chance to take a bite. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it up. As you can see, it's very hot. So here's to y'all, and here's to some home cooking and fried green tomatoes and everything that's great about summer. Have a blessed day and see you real soon. Thanks.